or your identification card. Identification. Okay, here we go. I saw Mexican. All right, here we go.
You are listening to
In the Loop, North County, where we talk about nothing and everything, both at the same time. I am your host, Victor Bonuelos. Joining me is Ricky, Tommy, and Chris. This episode is sponsored by Centric Auto Repair. Is your check engine light on? Need brakes? Trust the experts at Centric Auto Repair. To ensure your vehicle is running smoothly and safely, call today.
Here we go. Beginning May 2025, the government will require your driver's license or identification card to be a real ID compliant. I want to say, if you use, so here it is. If you normally go to the airport and you use just your ID, you don't use your passport, it's got to be what's called the real ID. The real ID for the DMV. And so that's going to start May 2025. So if you normally use your ID and no passport and you're born in a plane, you're going to get stuck because you need that real ID. And it's pretty simple. You go to the DMV and you can get your real ID. But I just want to let people know that this is new. It's happening. If you're going to choose, to use an ID, it has to be a real ID. Those that are like under 18, they're not required to fly, but people who want to fly domestically, I want to say, within the states, you have to have a real ID. So your passport will work too. So if you do have a passport or a military ID, I think that's going to get, you'll be able to use that too. But if you're used to not using passports for domestic and just using your ID, it's not going to fly anymore.
So you have to have that as starting in May?
Starting May. Mm-hmm. Wow. This applies to like federal buildings that require identifications. They're not going to use no more your regular ID. This is going to, you have to use your real ID, which is pretty simple. I think they just, take a copy of your birth certificate, a little bit more intense than the regular ID. And then you get your ID. I think it's all through mail too and everything. Nothing too complicated. It's just time consuming. Even when I've gone to the DMV the past few years, they're like, you just want to update now that you're here, do you want to just update it? And I'm just like, in my head, I don't got time,
Right.
Because they're requiring a couple more things, and I just like brush it off. But just note to yourselves, guys, if you guys are flying around domestically or going into federal buildings, your ID is no longer going to work. So just want to let you know. Let us know what you guys think, guys.